What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, January 8th. It's 3:02 a.m. and this is going to be a crypto market update. We're going to dive into the macro drivers, so traditional market macro drivers. We'll get into the crypto drivers, and then we'll get into the total chart, total three others, Bitcoin, and then XRP, XLM, and HBAR. So starting off, first off, we need the macro market drivers to work with us here. So usually, well, on the left side of the screen, we got the 10-year yield bond, middle, we got the dollar. On the right side, we have the US Russell 2000. We want to see, for a good environment, the 10-year yield bond either coming down or staying flat. We want to see the dollar coming down, and we want to see the US Russell 2000 or stock market in general going up. That's what we want to see for a nice, clean macro market environment. What's been going on for basically September, better yet, like December 3rd, December 6th, the first week of December, where things started to get rocky, was we had the bond yields going up, dollar going up, and the stock market going down. And crypto was rocky. You had Bitcoin going up a bit, but the altcoins were doing trash. And then ultimately Bitcoin caught up to where it was supposed to be. So now we need to revisit. Because right now we could be at a point where we could see the table start to turn here, which we need to see. And that's the 10-year yield bond on the left side of the screen is at the 786, the macro 786. So from this high that we had set in October 2023, and notice October 2023 was when everything set off. That was when Bitcoin went from I think it was 25K up to, where it's at now. That was the start of it. We had bond yields tanking at that point. So we're taking that high to the low that we had set in 2024, and we're at this 786 right now. You can see the green 786. If there's any level for us to find a rejection at, it would be here. And then looking at kind of where we found a rejection here back April of 2024, we're at the same point as well. So we want to see us start to get rejected here and roll over. If we do head up any higher, I would be targeting 4.86%, because that's a 2618 extension of this 786 breakout. And that's likely, if we're going to head higher, our next point where we can target before potentially seeing things slow down. Looking at the dollar in the middle of the screen, we are at 108.8. We haven't seen this level since back in 2022. Kind of crazy. So if you look at where we're at now, if we head any higher, we could see the dollar head up to this 2618 extension up here on 112. 112, that means a little more room for the dollar to go here, and not a little, that's a substantial move up. That brings us to the 2618 extension and 1618 extension of this 786 breakout right here. So where does the dollar need to break down below? We would love to see it come down and break down below 107.5, get back below that micro 786, but even better, 106.5, and that's the nail in the coffin for the dollar. We want to see us start to roll over now. We don't want to see this strengthen in the dollar continue, because that's going to put some pressure on crypto still. So let's look at the 12-hour chart. Let's see if some momentum is starting to curl over. So looking at the 12-hour chart, the momentum is coming down. We have some recent 12-hour sell now signals. If we go to the 3-day chart, let's look at it. We do have that momentum still coming up still, not quite waning just yet. If we look at the 5-day chart, let's see it. Yeah, we're still heading up here hot. But if we can see us stay below 110 for a little bit longer and start to break back down, like I said, get below 108, 107.5, then we'll see these high time frames start to roll over for the momentum and the dollar to come back down. But right now we do saw that momentum heading higher, and this is going to be a very critical week for all markets, especially crypto as well too. And I'll show you that based off the XLM chart later in this video. Looking at the US Russell 2000 on the 1-day chart, we've been holding this daily EMA ribbon, this moving average here, as support this whole time. Support, and we just came to it recently in the past week. So this is a good level of where we could find a bounce at. On top of it, we have 1 day prepare to buy soon. So we're waiting for that buy now signal. And when you pair that 200 moving average with the 1 day prepare to buy soon and buy now signal, usually that's been an area where we found bottoms at, bottom. So if we can see that buy now come in this week, then it's likely, all right, we're good as far as the local bottom being in for the US Russell 2000, and we can start to work our way up. Hopefully at that point, the dollar's coming down and the bond yields are coming down as well too. And that sets us up for a good environment for crypto to continue its melt up. Looking at the crypto drivers on the left side, this is the pump dump chart for the altcoin specifically. So looking at this right now, we just came up to the 786. of this high down to the low, the 786. We want to maintain below this level because when this chart goes down, altcoins go up. So the reason why we've seen a sell-off the past couple of days for altcoins, this chart's gone up. So if we take a horizontal line and put that right there, and then as well as put a horizontal line at this 2618 as well too, then that's kind of where if we head up any higher, there's a small little bit of room that it can go before seeing key resistance level come in. If we were to head any higher in this chart, then we would see altcoins take a little bit of a tumble reminiscent to the last couple of weeks of December where we saw that weakening. We could see one more, back up to those levels, but I don't see us going any lower as far as the altcoin market as a collective goes. But these next 24 hours are going to be key because as you can see, we have the 1-day TSI right at that zero line looking like it wants to cross. What we need to see happen is this say nope and come back down for a continuation to happen. And we came up to the 786. So if there's any level for rejection, it would be right here. So these next 24 hours are going to be key. Looking at the blue, we want to see that maintain above the pink because like when we saw the pink and above the blue here, that's when we saw that weakening event. We don't want to see that happen again. So these next 24, 48 hours are going to be key for us to roll back over in this chart. And we can look at the 12-hour chart to see if we have momentum ready to come down. Right now, it's looking like it's crossing up. So it's very key that we start to see some immediate bearishness in this chart and for a rejection to come in here and for this to start to roll over. And looking at the 4-hour chart, we're at levels where we could see that start to come in. Looking at the next chart, which is others against Bitcoin, you want alt season to happen, you want this chart to go up because you want others to outperform Bitcoin. Looking at the 1-day chart, well, first and foremost, we want to get out of the belly of the beast. I mean, we've been stuck in the belly of the beast since November of 2022. So this whole bear market and even in this bull market, we've been stuck in the belly of the beast. That's why we haven't been able to see alt season, because when we get out of this, that's when we can see a big alt season happen like we did in 2021, like we did back in 2016, 2017. We want to get out of this belly of the beast. We tried multiple times in 2024, up here in January, up here in March, most recently in December, and we just couldn't get above. We're trying, but not quite there yet. So what we need to see happen is momentum on higher time frames kick up. So if we go to a 3-day chart, let's see if we're kind of getting that. We're above the zero line, which is good, but we're still crossing down here. We want to see this U-turn back up. If we look at the micro 786, we actually did break above that right here. So we want to maintain above this level. So if altcoins come down, it's just a tiny bit like I was showing you in the other chart. But really our next big thing that we need to do is come up here and break above the belly of the beast, hold as support. And at that point, we'll be ping-ponging between the belly of the beast and the macro 786. And it will just be a matter of an uptick above this 786, and that's our call for alt season. We're stuck in the middle right now, not quite there yet, but we have the key things that we're watching to know when it's time, but not quite there yet. Looking on the left side of our screen, we have Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to a 12-hour chart here. So Bitcoin dominance is right now getting caught up at these moving averages, the red, the yellow one. We want to see this momentum continue to the downside. So we want to see on the 12-hour chart this maintain below the zero line. So like I said, these next 24, 36 hours are going to be important for these key macro charts to go in the right direction we want to see it. Right now, we are seeing a rejection so far. If we take from this high down to the low here, we did run into the 786 and we got rejected. So that's good. We want to stay below that 58% level for Bitcoin dominance. If we do head higher, we could see that 59.25% be that area where we see that resistance come in. If we look on the right side of our screen, we have the others dominance, and we need to get above and maintain above the belly of the beast. So as you can see here, if I throw the belly of the beast on, we're stuck. We're still stuck in between it. We need to get above and hold above. But right now we're on the 1-day 200 moving average. We're just kind of stuck in between the 200 moving average and the belly of the beast. We need to break above, hold it above it, and then take out these highs back here for us to, get a chance at a good alt season. We're still stuck in this in-between moment. We're in this transition phase. Let's go to the total crypto market cap. So the total crypto market cap, if it were to go any lower, I would be targeting this purple MA on the snakes. That's where we found support in December. In both those times, December 20th, and then December 30th. If we were to head lower, I would be targeting that level, and that would be 3.17 trillion. If we take this low to the high here, we did come down to the 702. If we head a little lower, we have that 786 there as well too. So this would be our zone where we need to hold from here to here. So we already touched the top of it. If we do head any lower, 3.17 trillion, which is for the total crypto market cap, not too far away, just about 3%. 3%. Looking at Bitcoin real quick, if Bitcoin were to head any lower, I'd suspect it would come to 93.6K as the lowest point. So let me mark that. So 93.6K is our 786 from the low that we had set late December to the high that we had set early January. We have our green 786 right here, and then our red micro one at 94.8K. So right now we're at 95.6K. If we were to go any lower, that we're talking only 2%, 2% for Bitcoin. So I would say the red is mostly over at this point. If anything, we come a little lower, we tag this level. But at that point, I would think that would be our last dip before a big run commencing, as long as we maintain those key levels and the macro market drivers are working with us. So that's what I'm seeing there. So that's the 12-hour chart. Looking at the 1-day chart. So looking at the 1-day chart, like I said, 24 to 36 hours, so key for us to tag whatever level we're going to tag and then immediately start heading up. Because the stock RSI is coming down. We don't want to see it break below that 50 line, because like last time I did that was back here when it hit its all-time high, and you can see the TSI had crossed up and then kind of crossed right back down. You can see that same thing starting to happen right now, and it kind of matching up to back then as well too. So if we were to head lower with Bitcoin, then we could see us kind of hit this trend line coming down like that, and I could see a Bitcoin price of like somewhere between 87 to 88K, tagging this trend line as well as this purple MA on the snakes. If we were to go lower to kind of just like tweak everybody out real quick, something like this, tweak everybody out, come back up, reclaim, and then send it, that would be the level to watch right there. But I'd want to see us hold this first green zone first. That's if we take out that green zone, then we can definitely count on that scenario happening there. But these next 24 to 36 hours are going to be critical to telling us what's likely here. Because as I said, if we see that cross down, then we could be pulling one more move to the downside before that big move up. So you can see that it's definitely gearing up for a big move in the next 24 or 36 hours, especially looking at this 12-hour TSI as well too, matching up to back then, which I was just showing you. Yeah. So as you can see, and this move actually that happened on a Wednesday as well too. And now we're in Wednesday. So like if we were to see that downside move, it would last till Friday. And we do have some macro data coming in. We have FOMC minutes today, and then on Friday we have unemployment. So like there's some macro stuff that could contribute to something like that happening. So like I said, critical 24 to 36 hours and critical end of the week. So if we did come down to those levels on the weekend, we'd want to recover. And then early next week, we'd want to see us fill it and then come back up and go. If that scenario were to pan out, we'll know here within the next 24 to 36 hours. And I'll be keeping you guys updated in the Discord with what I'm seeing real time as far as that goes. So that's Bitcoin. If we look at XRP, it has another 1 week prepare to sell soon right now. Still no sell now yet. That's all I'm going to cover there. But as far as XLM goes, we do actually have a sell now signal flashing as we speak, but it is not confirmed yet. It is not confirmed. We wait until Sunday, 4 days and 16 hours left. That's why I said this week is going to be absolutely critical for some good action to come in. Because just like last week, XLM was flashing the sell now last week, but it null and voided it and negated the signal by having a strong candle come in. So what's critical is, it's like the sell now signal is on XLM's shadow right now. It's chomping at the bit at it, and it dodged it last week, and this week it's on its behind again. So we need to see XLM have another strong week this week. Even at these price levels where it's at right now, like 43 cents, it can't stay here. It's got to get higher, ideally above 50 cents, and it will negate this signal. But we'll check in on this in the VIP Discord in 4 days and 16 hours to let you know if this is confirmed or not. If we look to the past, all history of XLM, the past bull markets, there's only been two, 2017 and 2021. There's only been two sell signals on the weekly chart before ultimate top has come in. 2017, it was once and it fell a lot, and then it fired up again, second sell signal, and that was it. For 2021, it was a sell signal here, and it was just a tiny bit higher, sell signal again, and that was it. So like we're in a bull market for the third time. If this flashes, I'm following it, because we could see a similarity like that Or if we see it pop back up, it could be a small move up and then is it. I'm just going based off the historical facts of the signals in the past decade. Because the thing is, XLM and XRP, when they go, it doesn't matter. It's a beanstalk up. So even any consolidation for weeks or months, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. They go and they go fast and it's a beanstalk. Any consolidation for an extended amount of time, it's like a timer running out. So don't shoot the messenger. I'm just showing you the facts. So that's what I'm seeing. I'll let you guys know in the Discord, in the VIP channels, if that confirms or not. And for the people who have access to the Stargate software, you can pull it up on your charts and watch as well too in real time if it's going to be there on Sunday. So that's XLM. That's why I say this week is so critical. HBAR has another 1 week prepare to sell soon. And just like I was saying, 2 sell nows before the ultimate top. Even back here, 2 sell nows in this kind of 2024, early in 2024, it was a top, and then we came down. We flashed a buy now at like 6 cents before sending it up. No sell nows yet. XLM is leading the way on telling us, all right, is things going to get shaky or not? Because XRP no sell now and HBAR no sell now, but XLM currently yes. So that's what I'm watching. But I'll keep you guys updated in the private Discord, if we're taking action on this in the macro signal channel. But that's going to be it. Also, one other thing is, I forgot. I need to make the XLM versus XRP 2025 price prediction toe-to-toe. Who do I think is going to perform better, as well as a potential savage trade opportunity for a pair-to-pair swap. I'm going to make that video today. I'll shoot that out. So I'll see you guys in the next video and in the Discord.